Okay, hello everybody and welcome to a new video on my channel. So, my book, I also see my books up there, but I could put them there so you see them in this video as well, marketing. Cool. Okay, so I mentioned on this channel that when I published this one, this one does feel heavier. I don't know why, because this one is longer. Okay, but this one feels heavier. I don't know why, but you can train like your arm. So that's good. And a reason to buy my book, with this one you can train your arm, you can become strong. Just take 2 books and just can just be walk around with the books, good with some extra weight. That's one reason why you should buy my book. Okay. But just I can do a little short in this one too. So I don't know, skip if you have already heard of this one. So now when I talk about this one, I feel like it's almost cringe. I feel like there's a huge difference between these ones. I feel like this one is for a more younger audience. Not that much younger, but I feel like this one is a little bit heavier perhaps. Well, this one is, this one has the topic a little bit as well. That's kind of a bit hidden, and it's kind of also hidden one specific topic in this one. So. But overall, this one I would say is for maybe people. This is not, you can read it, of course, at any age, but if we were to put the label on it, is it a kid's book? Is it not a kid's book? But still adults can read kids' books. But I wouldn't define this one just as a kid's book. I feel like I would define it more as a young adult, but just very young adults perhaps. Not that much very, it still has topics. But I've said it before, and I think, maybe that when you're at 13, when you're around 13, we can say that it's around age, and this one I would say 16, perhaps. 16, yeah, it kind of also depends, because everyone is different, and that why it depends. The overall thing about, maybe 15, 10. Should I say 14 and 10? Maybe that's new thing, going around that. Okay, so this one, going to read off the back. Can't read on this back, I don't know why, but it's so, it's really, I don't know if I can show, but it's really, you cannot read it. I forgot, this one is the first draft that got published, but I did change the short days. I hope it changed, because I didn't want to buy a new one. Save my money, because the inside is what matters. And when you order it, you can read the text on the website, but I do hope it changed. Okay. In a world ruled by people with powers, there is a small kingdom that was never meant to exist, the Unspoken Kingdom. In that kingdom, humans live. One of those humans is named Evelyn Williams. Through her best friend, Brandon, she gets thrown into a life danger. He has stolen the Ring of Ventusa, the ring the Empress of Air owns. If they find Brandon, then he will be executed, with the whole folk of Air looking for him and will be soon. Who can she trust? Who will lie to her? Secrets. In the chaos, she meets a soldier that is trying to find Brandon, and she almost feels some sort of connection towards him. ... Everything about him is so ... different ... She isn't supposed to feel the way she does, and she hates it. She feels entitled to be with her best friend, but she feels this pull ... The soldier, Vincent, is inhuman. He's one of them, the people who want her best friend dead. She can't trust him. Can she even trust her own heart? In this world of madness, much more will develop and come. up from the dust. That lava mist lightning actually found light. Wasn't my light, but it was light. I might have stolen someone's light. Not stolen, but borrowed. Because we do live in the same household. Family. Yeah, I live at home. So I haven't moved. If you buy my books, then perhaps I could move to Paris. And you know, all writers do write good books in Paris. So if you like this book, and then if you read this book and like this book, and if you like my writing, and you buy it, then I will get a profit. Not much, but I do get some. But and then if you buy it, I can move to Paris, read the books, I get money, and I get to move to Paris. And if I move to Paris, my writing might become much better. And if you like this one, you like this one, and it's like that this is good, and then it will be even better. So buy my books and I'll move to Paris. No, but somewhere more poetic. A small town in Sweden isn't that poetic, perhaps. Oh, Latin. Elocutusa is Latin, and I add an A on. Maybe it's the Swedish in me, but I added an A. And I think it was Elocutus was just, selected. So then here you go. Yeah, this is like a cliffhanger if you haven't read it. What does select mean? Is the main character selected? Is Brandon selected? Or is he like targeted, selected for that? Because he might die? Read and find out. I can put it on sale on Amazon even, just for you guys. Buy my book. Okay, nothing. Yeah, that's the name. Has very many meanings. I did get a question on the title. It's just like, why is the title Nothing? Read a book. Great. You didn't want to know why the title's Nothing? Precious book. Okay, on the cover it is a window. Oh, and on this one it's obviously a ring. Oh, and you see fire, and it doesn't have that much meaning actually to the book, but this has a significant meaning to the book. You open the book, God, I'm spoiling it, and then you might notice on the first page, where it's actually page 7, but it's chapter 1, first page, chapter 1, and the first meaning is, while the clock bells are ringing, lively staring out the window from a dorm. Window? Coincidence? I don't think so. Okay, then we have some letters here. She was writing letters. So, oh, what does it say on letters? Is he the one? Nothing and nothing. Just random letters. And then we have nothing and there. And then we have my name. Can we good to see my name to you? Oh. Sad. Okay, so now we're going to teach you guys my name. Actually, the microphone is not exactly for this. Catharina. Love, I'm looking at my name again. HERNBRANDT. I just saw that I have the video when I read the first chapter. I edited the whole video, even. And then I was going to download, the video. And then I didn't have enough space to do that. And I have deleted like a million things for it to have space. But it doesn't work. So maybe you'll get that video one day. And it's like, oh, that's months ago. I didn't get the video. Because I did read the first chapter. And I've really thought about if I should delete that video. Because it's like an hour long. The full first video. So nothing. I will put a link as well in the description. Don't you worry. You will have all the chances to purchase this very beautiful book. You see Very cutesy, very mindful, very demure. So, reading off the back. Lively has come face to face with the need to do the impossible in order to secure that her dad and she gets her grandfather's inheritance. She needs to do something spectacular to win it, and the time frame is short for her to be able to succeed. That then is how she feels. Pure devastation runs through her veins. To escape from reality, she goes to a club, and there she meets him, Connor and Dagger. From the moment she met him, sparks were flying. From being on her own to thinking that the love she wants is non-existent, to him being the center of her thoughts. Love is everything to her. Will he be everything to her? Lively has been portrayed by many as self-absorbed and as the villain. If all that you want is love, does that make you the villain? Nothing by Katharina Herrenbrantz. Purchase. Very good purchase. Buy and just have it. And if you don't want to read it, you can just have it at home for decoration. You know, isn't it fancy having a book? Support small business. I don't know what we say in the word. New writers, better word. Support new writers. You know, I do think you should take this opportunity to buy the books. My personal favorite, because you all know I do have some personal favorites, and both things are both of these. Before I published them, I loved it. I was so proud of it. Then I published it, and I was like, I could have done better. So that's where I'm right now, but I do still prefer one over the other, because I cannot really... It's just, you know, that happens every time, you know, I think that happens for everyone, you know, when you look back, you're just like, oh, I could have done better. Oh, it's embarrassing almost, even though it's a good book. This is a good book. This is also a good book. This is currently my favorite that I've written, so I do like, personally, the ending of the book. So, I do like this book. I do actually like this book. And I do think that you should read it. And let's say if you like fantasy, you like this book. If you like fantasy, actually will like this one better, because this one has, you know, notes of fantasy. And I mean, this one, you know, it could have happened today. There's just small things that makes it fantasy. And the only reason it's fantasy is that I wanted in the same universe. So this, I actually have thought a lot about when I wrote this, which really should be fantasy, because I wanted almost more modern time. So it's almost that you could imagine it's modern time, just like a few lines here and there, where it's just like, couldn't be modern or like in the past, but like this realm, not some fantasy story. So in that case, maybe this one is more suitable if you aren't really, I'm not that into fantasy. Then I would say nothing is better for you. But if you're like, oh, fantasy adventure, I like to assess for you. I can read a preface for you guys. That's as far as it comes. And then if I ever get to post the chapter video, then you'll also hear it again. So I can say the small things. The preface: let yourself feel is the most beautiful thing a person can do. To be honest and sincere are the building blocks of life. To be honest to yourself and realize the truth can be difficult. It is not lying if you know. It is not lying if not telling, but it makes you perfidious. If you knew and never said it. Is there something more that you're covered about? For some, telling deeper acknowledgements or memories from the past that haunts them is difficult. They instead give intimations to what they know. To be in denial and getting the acknowledgement that you are in a state of denial is obnoxious. Being in denial is ghastly. You might feel vanquished and attenuated. You might feel something that you don't want to feel, and because of it, you deny it. Sometimes we say words that are the antithetical of what we meant, what we actually crave. Our pride might make us not tell the truth. To admit the antithetical was what was spoken. Some would call that profane, to be mendacious, yet it might have occurred unbeknownst to the person. They spoke without the dominion of availing their words. It just happened. To dispute that they did it with only treacherous motives, or to be mendacious, might not always be the cause. Oh, and I do have to say that from a book, the first drive. So I gotta take good book. Okay, so this is the updated version as well, also the text. Haven't read it because I did read this one and put some notes. Searching our past for the true. Jeff Buckley, you and I. Dedication. I was just before I said dedicated it the song. Writing it, I wrote for the people. I mean, the dedication is more like to the story between Connor and Lively. While I wrote the book more as a dedication, also because I was really had a difficult time choosing dedication, and that was the final one. I just chose so much, but I think writing this, I almost wrote it more for, when you are having your little identity crisis, or like just being in that state of denial, when you are that type of person, or of that, just this one. I mean, it might give clarity and it might make you insane. It depends on how you read my book. I'm sorry. So I guess that's it, and I hope that you will buy my books, even if you want to. I hope you at least feel inspired to do it. So thank you so much for watching this video, and goodbye.